As the room fill up, be sure to hit the like, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go on this beautiful Saturday. Let's get it one way or another. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. I know I gave you guys a long intro there, but as soon as I hit the button, my phone went crazy. But I would say this, ladies and gentlemen, players that should have a big game in this particular moment versus the Giants. I'm looking at Terrence Steele. I'm looking for him to have a big bounce back in this particular game. He's a guy that we all going to be looking at to see whether or not the Cowboys correct some of the issues. Now, granted, the Giants front is not like the doggone Eagles, by the way, but they do have good pieces. Thibodeau, he's no one to sneeze at. And then, excuse me, Dexter Law, he's going to be a guy that can demand double teams, and we will see how they're going to try to replicate. Remember this, more and more times that you get tape out there, more and more people will try to replicate what someone else did in order to be successful. So that's why I say it's really hard to grade a game or a season only going by the first 4 games or the first 5 games, right? The season is long for a reason. We got 9 more games to go, ladies and gentlemen, and the Cowboys need to get back on pace as far as the defensive side of the coin. We did allow, 28 points in this past game. We want to correct that. We want to make sure that those things don't hit us or hinder us down the stretch. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If this is your first time, be sure to hit the like, share this content, and let people know, for those who already been here, where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Happy Saturday to you all. Shout out to you, Lamar. Shout out to you, Dak Owens. Filthy, appreciate you. And shout out and salute to you, Sadiq. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Cowboys, this is a game of matchups, and Cowboys match up pretty well versus the doggone Giants. We have CeeDee Lamb, who's going crazy this year, and I'm looking for CeeDee Lamb to have a real big game. But the guys that I really want to step up in this game is Tony Pollard. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it, ladies and gentlemen. And that's right, D'Angelo, appreciate you for jumping in. Tony Pollard is a guy that I'm looking for. The last time he had 100 yards rushing, and I'm not trying to count whether or not he can have 100 yards, he can't get 100 yards, or he eligible to get 100 yards. But the last time we seen Tony Pollard achieving 100 yards was in the Cardinals game. And I think we lost that game, by the way. So we looking for my guy Tony Pollard to have a good game. More and more explosive plays that's beyond 10 and 15 yards. Maybe if Tony Pollard look back at this and say, okay, let me bounce it to the outside. There's something about getting into rhythm. We got, of course, the Giants, and then we have the Panthers. Not saying that we overlooking this particular team nor the Panthers. But when you get in rhythm, and you get that mojo going, like what Mike McCarthy been saying, hey, we trying to get this good mojo going, then we can figure out ways to get into the right groove, and then that can propel you. When you figure out, hey, I don't need to have everybody on this team. I just need to have a few guys on this team that I can trust. And that's, my friend, Dak Prescott is understanding. Since that 49ers game, he's been red hot. He's been red hot. Now, I know that we lost this last past week, but it doesn't remove the fact that this dude been hot. So what we're going to say here is we want him to continue to move the ball forward and be loosely. Don't play this conservative style or brand of football. Because one thing I can tell you, even in last game, although we got stopped at the doggone red zone, end zone, money zone, I'm thinking that this team is starting to figure out things, even though the score may not be such, right? They are figuring out red zone stuff. And we can continue to grow those things if we continue to execute our plans. But the Cowboys got to utilize what they have. And I'm thinking that in this particular game, it's still a professional game, that they should utilize and use the guys that's in the let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hold on, let me make sure. Are we still live, ladies and gentlemen? Let me make sure. Let me make sure. Comment, give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. I'm having a little, my chat screen ain't moving. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up, somebody, on my YouTube if you guys can still hear me. And let me know. Let me know before we go into other details here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Okay. Let me go. Do. I'm good. Okay, good. I was making sure. Appreciate you. Is it Jones? Appreciate you. And Lamar, appreciate you. Shout out to you, Michael Lockhart. Appreciate you. So this game, also on the defensive side, I need for my guys, if they're going to go with the mindset to continue to play and to get J-Rock out there, then I need J-Rock. I need Jaron Kearse. I need J-Ron Kearse to step it up and do those things on a positive aspect of it. We got a super chat. Appreciate you. Sadiq, appreciate you. She says, Law looking nice. My God. May God bless you and your family. DC for life. Appreciate you, Sadiq. Thank you so much for your support. I need for, and we really, let me give you a horn for that, we really appreciate you. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I know YouTube's a little different because they force everybody into commercials and everything, but that is to help the content creators out, and that's just a new algorithm that the YouTube platforms are putting out there. So if you may be a little delayed than I am because of the commercial feed, and it throws some points off, but I want to echo and reiterate what I said. I need to have a good game from Tony Pollard. We need to see a good game from Terrence Steele, even though Terrence Steele, if you look back at this last game, he held up for most of the part of the game. But, players are not fools. Players are not fools. Players try to learn your tendencies, and then they try to force you to play left-handed when you're right-handed. And when you're right-handed, they force you to play left-handed, and when you're left-handed, they force you to play right-handed. So players try to figure out, they set up traps for you. And all defensive players know when they got you, but they're going to try to attack you at the crucial moments. Now, there was a bull rush that my guy in the last game lost to, right? Terrence Steele. So when we play down to this game, there's going to be some guy that's going to say, okay, now I'm going to try to attack Terrence Steele with the bull rush. Now I'm going to try to attack him half body. Now I'm going to try to attack the outside hands, right? They're a little late or they're a little delayed. I'm going to line up wide now and see if I can flex him, see if I can get his ankles and feet going one way and turn those shoulders. So those are things that we have to be mindful of. Let the AI speak.
Sidika Charles, $10. Law. Looking very nice. May God bless you and your family. DC for life.
All day, every day, Sadiq. Appreciate you. So we're going to have to look back at that and say, all right, can Tyron Smith also, can he stack good games on top of each other? He should be another guy that have a good performance. He didn't practice all this week. I think the Cowboys front office figured something out. Let's not put my guy in harm's way. Let me continue to have the bubble wraps on the kid, and there's nothing wrong with that as well, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing wrong with it. It's flat out nothing wrong with it. But you got to figure out ways, the small things that you have to figure out in these 9 games, in order to win these 9 games that's left on the fray, that's left on the table. The Dallas Cowboys, nobody will feel sorry for you if we don't figure it out. Nobody caring that we got, 3 games in 15 days? Nobody care about that. Yeah. So that this little stretch of November time, people, they only care about the ratings. So the Cowboys, I think Kevontae Turpin, he's a little bruised up. They may have a Deuce out there to be the punt return guy. He need to deliver. He need to deliver. He do. He need to deliver. All right, and the other guy on defense, Jordan Lewis, it's not his fault that God made him that height, right? But we need to be wise and smart with it. We can't put little Jordan Lewis, not in this game. I don't think that it would be a major factor. But we need to figure out what he can do good at and what do he do worse at, and let's eliminate the worst things. So many people in football, they like to rationalize it as, hey, when you lose the game in the midseason, it's the end of the world. No, you still figuring things out. And that, my friend, is what the Cowboys still doing, and all of the 31 other teams, they're still tinkering things out. But the name of the game is to be just like the Eagles for right now. You know, they're figuring things out with a close win opposed to a close loss. So those are 2 ways you can look at it. So, and those are facts too, by the way, you know. And I listened to Michael Parsons. I listened to Michael Parsons' podcast, him and Stephon Gilmore, and they was talking about, you know, some of the plays that was left out there on the field, and they were saying the same sentiments of what we were saying, that basically, you know, they just want the aficionados to call it both ways. Bullsugar. Cowboys, there would never be a situation and scenario that is going to be called both ways. It's the Dallas Cowboys. So even when we start rolling and getting things going, watch the flags, watch the penalties. You can't leave it in the aficionado's hand. You're going to have to play a perfect game and eliminate the pre-snap penalties, the things that you can control, which would be the false starts, which would be the delay of games, which would be the play calling too, illegal formation and beyond. You're going to have to get in front of that, because nobody's going to listen to your sour stories out here. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. Now, I do love the fact that, and I'm talking quickly because I don't have enough time, but I do love the fact that Michael Parsons did speak glowingly of the quarterback and said, hey, he should be considered MVP. Well, the accolades of an MVP, the most valuable player, is for the most valuable player in the league, right? So if Dak Prescott is playing at to the kind of caliber MVP, then he just got to continue to win. His playing on the field with the wins, he will get his considerations. So those are things that I want to tell people. And it's good. It's good that he is speaking glowingly of the quarterback, but people are going to be looking for the results, which will be the dub. They are. They're going to be looking for the results, which is the dub. And regardless of what he do far as his accolades and his percentages and quarterback ratings and things like that, they don't care. So he's gonna have the hardest approach of getting it, because we do have the silver and blue with the star on the side of the helmet. But if we continue to win games, everything will be pushed to giving credit to the quarterback. It will be. And some people will disagree with Michael Parsons. Let them disagree. But that's the whole point of playing on the weekends, right? So the Cowboys, all of those guys that I just mentioned, must step up and should have big moments. Mike McCarthy, we need to see a clean game from him. Clock management, that should be a thing that we're going to be looking at now and paying close attention to. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, Tricks. Appreciate you for jumping in. Yeah. Let the trolls arrive, you know. That's what they do. Trip Aces, appreciate you. Thank you for jumping in. But see, trolls are trolls. And they gonna see things and it is what it is. Just like even what Michael Parsons was saying about Dak Prescott and his stat lines. Write this down. Eyes are useless when the mind is blind. So most of the people that seeing things from what they can see, they're going to always look at it from a negative connotation. They always, because their mind is blind, you see, because they are here on a Cowboys content page, right? A guy that they know is going to talk Cowboys content, but they are here trying, right, to gain some information. So let them gain all what they can, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you for the 260 stars. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for your support. And shout out to you, Dwayne, and shout out to you, Darnell and D'Angelo. Thank y'all on the actual Facebook sides of things. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So this game, not a lot of things that we could talk about as far as the Giants are concerned. Is this a trap situation? I hope that these guys are not looking at this and saying they're going to gloss over this particular game, by the way. I'm quite sure. Shout out to you, Mel. Thank you for the 100 stars. Appreciate you so much for your love and support. Thank you. It goes a long way. I know for sure we got a bad taste in our mouths. And just listening in to what Michael Parsons said in last game, we can all understand that he himself would be a guy that's going to look back at this thing and say, all right, well, I left some plays out there on the field. Let me see what I can do. Let me see how I can elevate my game from here to here. And it will be even much so for this game tomorrow. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns down below, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate y'all so much for tuning in and being part of these type of episodes. Even though, it's a short one, I just want to tell you guys, continue to fight, continue to grind, and continue to support the nation. We got some things that I've been working on, some big movements that's about to happen. And I would tell you guys right now, but I don't want to outspeak my wisdom teeth, right? Yes, indeed. But I will say this. A prize fighter, even when he's down, he continued to swing. Because he knows there's one chance that I can make, that I can knock the opposition out. I can get on top of things. All I need to do is continue to press forward, move forward, right? And that's life too, ladies and gentlemen. That is flat out life. Continue to stack good days on top of each other, ladies and gentlemen. Big things coming, yes indeed. They are. Some would say it's already here. Yes indeed. Justin D says, yeah, he like it. Eyes are useless when the mind is blind. That's it. Yo, you already know how that go. On my way out, DC for life, ladies and gentlemen. When you're up against your struggles, meet it squarely, face to face, lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant those feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. This is the most important part. You may fall, you may conquer. See it through. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If worse is bound to happen in spite of all that you do, running from it will not save you, ladies and gentlemen. It will not. See it through. Some of the darkest times and the hurtful times based off of a quick memory. You know, normally on Saturdays, you know, I speak to my mom, and I don't have her. So I was balled up under an immense amount of pressure this morning. I was angry and upset at circumstances that I can't control. But it's always a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that this too shall pass. There are many, many other people who are going through the same emotions, and emotions will make you cry sometime. Oh man, they will get all over you. But you still got to shake it off and continue to move, continue to grind. You still have people, loved ones that tap into you, right, and check on you. So I'm speaking to someone today. Check on your loved ones. Check on your loved ones. Check on your loved ones. Regardless, somebody may be going through something right now, right? And you don't know. Because in the moment, everybody checked on them, but down the stretch, they forgot to check on them. So I'm speaking to somebody. Y'all go check on your loved ones. Y'all call them, hug them tight, and let them know that you miss them and all of that good stuff. Cowboy Nation, tomorrow, let's have a great time, and let's continue to grind and shine, baby. I just wanted to say that, get that off my chest. DC for life, not for short. Let's get it one way or another. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's go.
Give me my thing, you. Damn.
One love. Be ready for tomorrow. I still might do something a little later on in the morning time.
I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel.
Lately I just wanna run it up. Come on tomorrow.
I make the deal, have to take it to a meal.
Lately,
I just wanna run it up.
oh. Shout out to you, Sadiq. Thank you for your support.
Kinda check a song. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Cut off. Lately I just wanna run it up.
Until next time, DC for life. Hey, shout out to you, Angela, Chris, Ed Chris, and Mark, and Al Correa. Shout out to you, Alexander Baptiste. I see you over there on the Facebook. Sharing is caring. Be sure to share this content. Happy Saturday and Saturday Night Live for all. Until next time.
You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it.